It's your boy Moolah. This week after 5 podcast, and we back with another one. We're gonna get dead into it. Here we go.
Go back to your question, which is, do single mothers know how to have a functional relationship?
No, I didn't say that.
No, you asked if that's what I was saying.
Sorry,
and I'm saying I stand on that. No, in general, no. Are there exceptions? Not many. No. Yeah.
But I'll be, you know what though? I'll be real though. I'll be real.
That's like you failed the test.
You see me? Like it depends. It depends on your environment, your background, the community you've been raised on, to what you will see and what you will visualize.
Yes.
So we might see something different to what you see and something else to what you see. But I'll be real. I don't know if it's a small majority.
It's like what?
Because I know a lot of people are single mums, or a lot of my friends single mums, or family members, single mums.
Okay, if they're single mothers, it's like if I'm applying for a job, all right, and I say that job I failed, that job I failed, that job I also failed. How can I say I did the job well?
When you ask the child.
And what I think that we're overlooking as well is by no means does any woman, and can any woman predict the outcome of their relationship, right? Or if the man's going to stick around, or if I have a kid with this guy, is he going to stay with me? Is he going to marry me? But what women do is we overlook red flags. We overlook things that overlook everything. And a lot, and again, it's not everybody, but a lot of women don't listen. A lot of men don't listen. But if we're just talking about this for a moment, women make choices that they know are not the right choices. When they know that it's not the right man, and then sort of do the woe is me when he leaves. Like, but you knew this was going to happen.
Leave for women also leave for stupid reasons.
Like
women
for stupid. Okay. Reason number one. Okay. When you take your marriage vows, it's supposed to be for better or for worse, for sicknesses and health. Not if I don't feel happy today. We fell out of love and I lost myself. What happened to for better or for worse? What happened to in sickness and health? Women leave for stupid reasons.
Can we talk about
one of the number one indicators of divorce is if a woman will start out earning her man, and she puts financial gain above her kids. That's a stupid reason.
Yeah,
thank you.
Stupid.
What kind of women are these?
But can we talk about before marriage? How many people are married in this room?
50% of marriages end in divorce. So half.
Well, I'm not.
Has anyone been married? Have you been married? Have you been married?
No.
Have you been married? You're married. Okay.
Oh yeah. I'm too young. That's why I'm not married.
So what I'm saying is,
too young.
Obviously, when we're talking. If we're talking now on the spectrum of 25 to 40, that range, that age range, then obviously, like, we can talk about the things of the woman has to do what she does and the man has. Please just re-up on what you said because my ADHD is going a bit wild.
Which part?
You had?
Oh, I said women divorce for stupid reasons.
Right. So
free reasons.
Why do women? Okay,
I can name some more if you want.
Please. I'm intrigued. I'm invested in this now.
When women are dating in their 20s and 30s, right? I can speak obviously for 20s. The thing is, you give people chances. You give people chances because you're like, at the end of the day, let's work together. I'm not trying to find a perfect man who does nothing wrong. No, because I do.
Okay, well, I feel like. Wait.
What's wrong?
I want to dissect. Wait. I
wasn't finished. Sorry. I wasn't finished.
All right. I'll get
on that side. Yeah. So women don't want to leave, but then now you're saying why do women leave, right? And their reasons are stupid for leaving.
Yeah.
Have you heard about this thing called intuition? Now, potentially, it could just be fucking crazy. Sorry. It could be crazy. But at the end of the day, like, we know that women have more connection to certain things if they haven't been on contraception for years and they haven't been eating all the garbage that they've been eating and drinking all the gin and doing all of those things. It desensitizes the human connecting to the earth. So I'm just saying, intuition's a real thing.
Okay, yeah, but
You know what I mean?
But yeah, that's like women feel different intuition every other
day.
week based on where we are in our cycle. 1 week it's like,
No,
yeah.
of course. If you know your cycle
Stop,
well
guys,
enough.
wait. So it's like I'll talk to a girl 1 week and she hates her boyfriend, and then the next week she's in love with her boyfriend.
Yeah, I'm sick of
guys,
it.
guys,
I'm sick of
I've got
it.
something to say.
I actually feel sorry for their boyfriend because I'm like, he probably doesn't know whether he's coming or going.
Yeah,
Because I'm like
and then
this. Because
Yeah,
these
I
times
know.
I'm like this 1 minute in the space of 10 seconds. I love him so much, but he's done this. I'm like this, darling. I'm already tired. I don't know about your boyfriend, but I'm tired. I'm out.
And then those guys
do you know-
those guys that under intuition. It's like that's not.
Nah.
Well, guys don't do
No,
Go ahead.
yeah, just let it go.
Guys,
Yeah.
I read something so interesting the other day.
God.
So basically,
Tell me, sugar pop.
you know when women have these contraceptive things on their arms,
Yeah.
apparently it changes your hormones. So imagine if you meet someone
No shit.
and it's been found recently, basically if you're on these pills, contraceptive pills, and you meet someone and then you get married and all of a sudden you go off of them, and then apparently the hormones change, so you're not attracted to your partner. So that is a lot of the things that's happening around the world now. Yeah, That's contraceptive true. pills
Recent
are
stuff.
messing
Yeah,
people's
yeah.
lives up. They are ruining girls and men,
And they've been doing
ruining everything. thousands of pounds on marriages. It's crazy.
They've been doing that for
And
years.
whose fault is that? Who took it? Women. Thank
Because they stopped raising men that can actually provide for them. Because they stopped raising.
Stop. One at a time. Okay.
Okay.
You've talked. I'm gonna let her
talk,
go.
that's
I'm gonna
all.
let her
Just
go.
on your point, who took it? Women, because who's the one who takes the actual semen? That either way is going to end up with a baby or an abortion. So,
But
What do you?
Yeah, go on.
Who takes the semen?
no, yeah, yeah.
What?
They
Well-
take them to the usher.
I mean, you can wear a condom. You don't
I
have to
was
do
just gonna
that.
say-
What if it breaks and you don't know?
Then maybe sleep with people that you want to have kids with.
But
What
then
if
you
they
can
say
say,
no more? I've heard of these stories.
wait. But when we just backtrack,
Big ones,
Wait.
big ones.
But then we just take it back to that point. But sleep with people you might want to have kids with. But you remember you said. But then you got to pick him to make sure he's the one who's not going to leave.
I mean, you could wait
This
to
is why
you
people are
could
not
wait to have
supposed to have
sex.
You could.
You could wait till you don't.
You could.
It's like we have a gun to our head and say you have to sleep with
Yeah,
these men.
yeah.
No, you don't.
And a lot
You
of-
don't.
Yeah, and,
You
I really think I
Of
think
course you don't. Just don't ever have sex. Live like a nun.
I
Yeah,
think you
that's
just-
the way forward.
I think people
I mean,
just,
you could wait. You could wait to get married before you have a child.
Question.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Can I, is it time to drop some red pills into the sangria?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes,
Or
please.
are we ready to spike the
What about?
punch?
Can we have the blue
Spice it
pill?
up, let's
Can we have the
spice it
blue
up.
pill?
Well, let's go.
Go ahead.
So the question was, does your potential partner or partner's past matter?
Yes.
can I share my opinion on this?
Already?
He was.
Yeah.
Oh,
wait.
sorry,
wait,
sorry,
wait, wait.
sorry, guys.
I'll
Sorry,
let you go.
Sorry.
What's your argument? I haven't said nothing yet. So here, let's do some lessons in genetics and biology, because we can refer to our trusty friends from the Gregor Mendel book of biology. We understand DNA, do we not?
Yes.
If you look in your
Something,
family tree, this is statistically accurate. You have twice as many women in your family tree as you have men. You have
Okay.
twice as many women in your family tree as men. Why? What does that mean? What does that mean?
Women
Position
give birth
multiply.
and there's more of
They're
them.
meant to multiply.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What it means is that a vast majority of women have babies with the same men. Meaning, what that means, the reason you have twice as many women is a small percentage of men, about 20% of men, basically created all of us. Genghis Khan has his DNA in something like 180 million people today.
Does that mean he's been sleeping around bears in the past? Like,
What it means, let me explain.
It wouldn't be nowadays, would it?
It's a very simple thing. Well, the question was, does a partner's past matter? What it says is very clear. What it says is very clear, that women continuously choose the men that other women choose. That's what it means. We know.
You know what?
we know
You've got
this-
a point.
We know the statistic from dating apps, right? 80% of men have absolutely no prospects of sex or dating at all, because you can look at the Tinder data. 80% of men get 0 matches ever. 1% of men are like Genghis Khan level. So does a person's past matter? If you look at the science, it clearly matters that women want to choose men that have had the most partners, because that's who they keep choosing all the time.
wow.
So that might not be an emotional argument. That's just statistics. It's a fact. Okay. Can I say that from the other side, how men look at this argument? Okay. From a men's perspective, it's a little different. So I'm in the business of effectively, like our company, LGFG, we sell high-end bespoke suits. We go to executives' offices, so we meet rich men all the time. Really what I do is I recruit young men and women to sell to very high net worth people, okay? And this is a conversation for young men. I'm going to say this to the young guys out there. Here's a question. What is a man really doing with his life to increase his value? We can measure it. You know what the answer is. What does a man measure in value? What do we measure? Say it. It's money.
Status,
It's money. It's
yeah.
his money, right? So here's a question. Does a man have any incentive
Influence.
influence effectively to transmit that into money? And by the way, influence and fame are very highly correlated to how many sexual partners a man has access to. So you're saying the same thing. I just want the guy that every other woman wants. That's what you're saying, but you're not saying it. Okay. So does a man have any incentive to increase his value through financial gain? Does a man have that incentive?
Yes.
Okay. Do women want to be wealthy too? Like you girls, we're all going to be 60 one day. You're going to say, I want to retire. Do you want to have something to retire with?
Of course.
Yes.
Okay. So here's a statistic. The typical retired married man, average, but not typical average. The numbers, of course, there's a big gap. But the average married man retires with about $600,000 US in savings. 600,000. The average divorced single man, this is a statistic, retires with 100,000. Okay. The average divorced and remarried man retires with about 400,000. So the outcome of staying and getting married has a significant impact on a man's value and status and ultimately his comfort in life. So the question, therefore, is, does the spouse you choose matter?
Yes.
Why does it matter? Because we can actually measure with money that it literally, like we have a number that we can look at and says, yes, the spouse you choose matters. Okay. Well, a psychologist will tell you there's two ways to ruin your life. Number one, become an alcoholic. Number two, marry an alcoholic. Well, here's a question. What's the problem with marrying an alcoholic, ladies and gentlemen?
Impulse control.
Impulse control.
Yeah.
How's that going to
The fact that they're going to be talking rubbish and no one will understand
All
them when
sorts
they're
of-
drunk.
and they're gonna kids and all sorts of crap. So the question is, would you marry an alcoholic? You say, no, I won't. Why not? Because the chance of divorce are much higher. So does a woman's past matter? Okay, well, let's say a woman had a lot of sexual partners. Does that indicate any sort of, I don't know, does that have any impact on her pair bonding ability?
Yes.
Well, we know that it does. Okay, so if you marry a hoe, because let's just go right to the core here. That's the question of the
That is
summer.
the question, yeah.
So if you do that, are your chances of divorce higher? Well, she's got lower pair bonding. She's got lower impulse control. She's not a strategic thinker because she knows impulsively and intuitively that she's reducing her value. So when I coach a young guy that we hire into our company, we don't just look at their job. We look at their life plan. And we want to be, I have two more stats real quick. We want to be strategic and we want to optimize for success and mitigate for risk.
Right.
Are you mitigating for risk if you're not looking at a woman's past? You're creating yourself an opportunity for failure. By the way, here's a question, guys. What percentage of millionaires are married?
Not a lot. I know a lot about
85%.
Whoa! Are they getting some tax rebate or something? Are they getting
I'm
some
getting
tax
married.
rebate?
So-
I'm getting married.
Okay.
10 years, I'm
And
getting
a lot
married.
of the rich ones cheat as well.
Okay, but hang on a sec. 85%. So the question is, let's look into that. Like we're asking again, does the partner's past matter? Why is it that 85%?
It matters.
Here's a
They
question.
have a
Thank you.
powerful woman
Guys,
behind
let
them.
up, guys,
No,
let
no,
up.
no,
Hey,
let's-
hey,
guys,
Sounds like she's
guys,
gone off.
guys, stop. Let her finish.
You want that or you don't want that? If you don't want that, I know it's hard to
No.
hear. You don't want to hear it. It's just facts. You can just Google.
Thank you. No, honestly, it's
Okay.
interesting to learn. So
Guys,
thank you so much.
Guys,
Okay.
stop.
Do you guys
Go.
think that for a man to become a millionaire, he has to be a strategic thinker?
Yes.
Do you think
No.
Nope.
Whoa.
Yes, he does.
So hang on. So you think that statistically millionaires are less strategic or equally
No,
strategic to homeless guys?
I think millionaires. It depends. Have you been born into wealth? Or have
No,
you been given
I
it?
was born into the Soviet Union. I grew up on food stamps.
Okay, so I guess it does matter. But some
And I'm-
millionaires
and I'm-
do grow
millionaire?
up in like privileged families
No,
who
and
don't
that's-
do anything.
Are
and
you
they make
millionaire?
money.
we're just looking at statistics. Every rule has a rule breaker.
Yes,
Now,
I understand.
again, mitigate for risk. So it's like if you want to bet all your money on 20 black on the roulette and you're like, I'm going to make $1 billion. Yeah, some people made $1 million rolling that. Most people lose everything they ever had. It's bad risk mitigation. We're talking about statistics, right? So it's like if the partner that you choose matters to the outcome of your life, you have to be strategic about it. So does it matter? Well, the numbers clearly indicate it matters. Yeah, you can be delusional. You can say, well, it shouldn't matter. Okay.
So you make suits for high net worth clients.
Correct.
Can you tell me about the women they pick as wives?
Yeah. So first of
Do
all,
they pick alpha females?
no, absolutely not. So here, let me tell you guys, I had my dinner last night with my wife. It was her 10th anniversary. And she said, my wife said something really profound, right? Like it kind of shocked me a little bit. Is I said, it's so much fun, like building a life with you. I told her it's so much fun. We got 4 kids. I'm like, it's so much fun building a life with you because I've had a great 10 years, right? And she goes, Oh, I didn't get in here to build. I wanted to ride on this train.
Oh, that's so
What?
sad.
That's what she
So
said.
sad.
How did that make you feel?
No,
Respect the
no,
honesty.
no. She's gonna be rude. Like,
She
Guys,
she was honest though.
What did you
do you
think?
know
Can
what
I
you-
ask you? I'm sorry, I
All of
wanted to
them are
ask you,
honest.
like, what made you? How did
the
you
alpha
feel?
female thing comes
Well,
back up
let's-
again.
Well, let's look at it like this. So I'm in London today. I fly back on Saturday. I live in Estonia. On Wednesday, I take off to Dubai. On Saturday, I'm in Madurai, India. The
Oh, wow.
the next Wednesday, I'm in New Delhi. I am in demand because I'm a successful dude. And you know what? All successful dudes are in demand. They're not sitting at
Yes.
home smoking pot,
Yep,
man.
yep.
They're getting calls. They're
Yes.
doing stuff. And you know what? They're needed.
Mm-hmm.
They're needed because it's hard to
Yes.
find competent
So
people
can I ask a question?
Good people, yeah.
You know when you're doing all of these, where's your wife and the kids?
at home.
When so
Oh, actually, that's not true. So I'll tell you right now.
just wondered.
Earlier this year, I took my whole family. Where'd we go?
No,
last-
I mean, just when you're working just now, you know the places we gotta go. So in between, how often do you see the what? Do you
Quite often, I bring my whole family on my trips. I was going to say.
Oh,
So-
that's so lovely.
No, that's beautiful.
That's
That's what I'm
lovely.
asking.
like, the whole, like this
no,
year
'cause see-
alone. Like
Are
this,
they are
this
they
year? Go
are
ahead.
they homeschooled?
No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
they're going to like an English college, but like
Okay.
so like the last year January we had a video shoot in Hawaii. I took my wife and 4 kids to Hawaii. After that we had a company trip to Croatia. I took my whole family with me. To
Yeah, no.
Croatia.
So I'm just saying. So you know, in the past couple of days, in the next few days that you said all the places you're going to. So it's your anniversary today.
Well, yeah,
Oh, so have you've been with your wife today?
Yeah.
Yeah. So and then you're going when's your next trip?
I
Should
come
we-
back in 3 days back home, and then I'm home for 3 days, and then I take off for another week and a half.
Okay, yeah, because you know when the way you said it, I was like, okay, so that's what I was wondering. So that's when you get to see your wife and the kids and that.
I see my wife and kids all the time.
So-
It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Can
I
you-
control the schedule.
Can you tell me more about that? Like, what traits do men in that position look for?
Well, the thing about it, like I don't want to overgeneralize, but there is definitely a trend. So I'll tell you guys, this is a story I tell all the time. I've met a lot of dudes whose wife is just not getting deep down or something because she's like me, right? Like she's like me. It's like, but here's the thing. Let me tell you guys about. I work with clients for real that are world-class musicians and movie stars that are household names that everybody knows, right? And I've been asked this before on somebody asked me like, is there any difference between like the wife of this really famous musician and this really famous movie star to the wife of just a regular dude? It's like, yes, their wives are the most supportive, the happiest. Like I'll deliver a suit to some average Joe and his wife's saying, I don't like it. I say a little bit, like, it makes them look fat. I'm like, no, you don't like your husband. But when I deliver, I remember, I'll tell you guys an Alice Cooper story, like the musician.
Yeah.
His wife, like, she came in and she's like, you look amazing. He's 75 years old. He's old. He's like, you look amazing. That's so perfect. Like, wow, look at the energy and she was just so, and every single extremely famous person I've been with like that.
But was it real?
Yes. Their wives, I mean, there's a respect aspect to it, but like, man, well, I'm thinking this dude's 75 years old. He's still touring, by the way. It's like he doesn't have time to come home and put up with like weirdness. You know what I mean? And I think
Yeah,
their
but
wives are
she
happy.
knows that because that's why she would do it because obviously he's going to keep it moving and then obviously
Maybe.
the money's going to stop.
I don't know the answer to that. I'm
That's
telling
why-
you.
that's-
I was
I'm
asked
just-
an
I'm just-
I was
I'm
asked
just
an
asking.
anecdotal experience. Like when I'm dealing with a client who's really, really successful, ultimately they're very, very busy. Like and these are like almost all successful men are A-type men. Like they're up in the morning, they're working their butts off. Like when you think about this is a really interesting point that I've noticed. By the way, you can cut me off at any time. You would think like, oh, he's rich, but he has to be unhappy, or he's got this great job, but he's just like unfit. No, success goes with success. Like the best looking
100.
people are the
Yeah.
ones that make the most money, are the
That
ones
is
that are
true.
the
Ain't
fittest.
gonna lie.
Everything goes together. So
Yeah.
these guys, like they're the ones in the gym in the morning.
Yeah.
They look amazing. They're so sharp. And I've gone down the street with some of my clients. I'm like, hey, let's grab a coffee, whatever. And I'm walking down the street and I see the women's eyes just gravitate towards these guys because the woman knows when she sees a high value man. And by the way, we just established that women continuously choose men that other women pick. We know this genetically, right? And so if a guy like that is, well, first of all, is he more strategic in picking his wife? Yes, everything in his life is planned out. Your dad, Pearl, is like a really successful guy. I'm sure he's really strategic in the way he makes decisions. Is he not?
Yeah, he's very strategic.
And I'm sure you saw a lot of that growing up. Like he would just be like, okay, pro and con, let's go.
And, yeah, every time every time I cry about a business problem, I call my dad and he fixes it for me. Or a life problem.
That's what daddies are
Must
for.
be
That's
nice,
what
Paul.
daddies are for, though. That's what daddies
Must
are
be
for.
nice, Paul.
No,
I do that with my dad. Anything that goes wrong, I'm find my dad. I'm like, Dad,
Yeah. No,
I'm like, Dad,
I always call my
and he'll
dad.
fix it. Because daddies, that's what daddies are there for. It's like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
men too.
But that's what I mean. Like that's why men don't want to deal with alpha females though, because like the men like that. Like I'm thinking of my dad, right? And he is so logical. He is so logical that like and me when I have a business problem or whatever, I get so stressed out. Sometimes I'll like cry. Like I'll just be like, and I'll call him, and he's so good at just like, okay, what is the problem? Like,
grounding you.
what
I
is
know
the problem?
exactly,
This is like, okay, here.